A little different beginning of the video. Just came out of the cold plunge. I'm not gonna lie, my body is still like shivering. I cannot warm myself up, so need to either warm up this meal, get some pre-workout in me, get the blood boiling, and head out to the gym to hit our weekend in an empty gym back workout. Those are the workouts that I typically film for Instagram account, which will be filmed for Instagram account as well today. However, I will try to alternate in between YouTube and Instagram, so you guys have also a full kind of back workout in depth, I guess, because the reason of me filming this back workout is simple to the fact that diet again didn't change, right? And there is no point of filming more full day of eatings and stuff like that. Right now we are in a way more serious phase. I'm literally 5 weeks and 6 days out, so we already entered the mark under 6 weeks out. And right now the main focus is literally just bodybuilding, right? Besides my coaching, stay at home, do my work, recovery, eating, workouts, right? So from this point is, pretty much just a bodybuilding, nothing else. But we do have that big Miami event in 3 weeks from now, guys. So in 3 weeks from now, I will be 3 weeks out and I will be in Miami for a Young LA event. However, I'm competing in Florida. So I'm most likely staying in Florida for 3 full weeks with Alex, with my coach. And that's where I already mentioned you that in that period of time, most likely that's 3 weeks, I'm gonna try to utilize as many as possible collaborations for you guys. That works. If it doesn't, I don't care, I'm still on the prep, right? The only fun part that you're gonna see is probably that Miami. I'm gonna try to film that, even though I'm gonna be pretty tired. We do have a gym closed just for us, hopefully. There is a couple of more people that have keys, but typically on Saturdays, I'm all by myself. So right now, guys, I sat down. I just wanted to, before I sit in the car and prepare for the gym, I'll let you know what we're gonna roll today. So right now, my typical pre-workout meal, right? We have a Mega Fit chicken breast. When I say Mega Fit, it's always Mega Fit. I just ran out of this one, and 80 grams of asparagus on this meal. Then we're gonna have some rice with a peanut butter. You already know the drill, guys. Mix up my pre-workout concoction and be on our way to hit our workouts. I don't have a Sam Sulek, this thing in the camera. Actually, I took it out of my car. I did have that, but we are on our way, so I need to actually hold the camera with my hand. We are on the way to the gym, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I mentioned that last time, about sometimes I feel really, really good before the gym, and then I come in the gym and I execute like a shit. Today, I really don't feel so good, and it's pretty late. It's already 5 p.m. I typically am pretty much done with my workout around this time, so I'm kind of sleepy, but that can change pretty quickly. I always warm up with the 10 minutes of a cardio, and then I see pretty much how I feel. After that, I know exactly, not exactly, but how it's gonna work out. Now, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do today. I know what I want to do, but since I'm gonna film separately for Instagram as well, I try to mix my exercises as much as I can, just because I post a lot of back workouts. Apparently, you guys love my back workouts, even though the only feedback that I ever got from the judges is to improve my back. However, every time I see people in a person, everyone's saying me that I have a crazy back. Well, I do, maybe for normal people, but in bodybuilding world, back is a really, really powerful tool if you have it. Some people say back wins the show. I don't agree with that. The balance wins the show, the structure wins the show, the overall balance of the body wins the shows, right? It's great to having a tool like that, and I've been trying to develop my back for the past 2 years. I improved drastically, guys. I improved drastically my back. My biggest problem was thickness, right? And my lower back. However, I started killing my lower back, and I noticed that recently when I was doing my check-ins and stuff like that my lower back is actually now really good, but now my upper back thickness is completely, it doesn't look good at all, because I developed that lower back. So I just noticed that I need to be working on that upper back under the traps thickness, let's just say. And that's gonna be that's gonna be the goal today. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I need to mix it around, but I always have a specific types of exercises. I'm already at the gym. I always have a specific types of exercises, guys, that I always kind of follow, right? I'm gonna pop on the screen maybe some of them that I did last time, also for our Instagram account as well. But the most important exercises that I do is rows. Firstly, rec pulls. Rec pulls is something that I do, I personally believe, every single workout. And that's why my lower back blew up so much. Now I just need to find something for my upper back thickness where it's gonna blow up my upper back thickness, same as a lower back, right? That's the goal. I don't know if I'm gonna be looking for that today, but as I said, there is like a couple of things I always do, such as rack pulls, as I already mentioned, such as I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust the camera because I'm literally in the gym, but they're just closing the gym and as I'm speaking in the car. Okay, you're gonna be crooked a little bit. Rows, obviously, for second, the most important for that back thickness, right? Any kind of rows, either barbell rows or T-bar rows are always in my workout, one of those. Again, not promising it's gonna be today in this workout because I'm trying to switch it up. But that's pretty much. Also, I always like to start with, I might pop it on the screen, the single arm movement. Almost every workout. Again, I'm not saying I'm gonna do that, but 90% of the cases, it's literally like that. But let's see how we're feeling. I'm about to go in the gym, start my warm up, and let's just see how that's gonna roll. I'm gonna walk you through my current, well, there is no current back workouts. There is a couple of exercises that are staple, and then we are mixing around all the rest. So I'll catch you inside, guys. Let's begin. There is absolutely no one in the gym. I am genuinely praying that no one else comes. Not that I mind. Actually, I feel more comfortable when there is more people in the gym, because when there is less people in the gym, or just me and someone, it's kind of awkward. It feels weird, right? But the reason why, because I genuinely, guys, don't like to film in front of other people. I just am not that relaxed. I'm not the same besides when I know someone, of course, who is my friend, when we are collabing or anything like that. But when I don't know someone, I don't like to film in front of other people, because you never know what people think. Not that I care what people think, but I don't want to be on someone's way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a bodybuilder and I don't like to see a lot of cameras in the gym, because if you're constantly filming yourself, that means that you're kind of not committed to actually pushing your workout and stuff like that, because you're not gonna be able to push yourself 200%, 100%, whatever, and still be filming and stuff like that. Trust me, I film once per week, and those workouts end up being great just because I typically need to repeat my sets because I'm not strictly in the frame or whatever it is. So I actually do way more volume on those days. However, my head is always kind of like, okay, let's set up for this to look good, these angles and stuff like that. So as a bodybuilder, you can't do that. You know, you gotta, as someone that wants to be one of the best in the world, you gotta be fully isolated and just in your movie and focus on a workout, right? And also, I really don't like to bother other people. It's not my thing. As I already said, if I see someone putting constantly camera around, it kind of makes me mad, because I know they're just messing around, right? So I don't like to do that to other people as well. So that's why I only film workouts, particularly when I have the keys, when I can come in the gym by myself. But if you want to see any other workouts besides this one, I think I showed you last time legs, right? Back, I already showed you multiple times. I think I showed you everything, chest. So just, you know, put the comments down below, and I will definitely have some collabs as well, as I already promised, with other people. Now, what I wanted to say, this is how I start, guys, every single of my workouts. I don't count this as a cardio, because it's not. And, you know, I will agree with the people that are saying it's not good to do cardio before the workout because it can get you fatigued and you're not able to perform the same. I will agree with that if you're actually doing your cardio before the workout. That's definitely not the move. I will highly recommend to do either fasted cardio, either after workout cardio, right? Especially fasted when you're cutting. It definitely burns more fat when the heart rate zone is around 130, right? After workout works as well, because you're kind of depleted already. Before the workout, real cardio, don't try that. However, if you're like me and it takes you a little bit longer to, you know, go warm up. I was a, you know, athlete my whole life, so I get really fast cold. I recover pretty quickly.
So I need to keep my heart rate a little bit higher and get my body warm. Then you can try to do that. Because the only thing that I do, guys, is not my normal typical 10 incline, whatever. I just do kind of like a normal walk pace for 10 minutes. 10 minutes just literally to start heating up my body and slowly breaking out the sweat. After that, my whole body now is warmed up. I immediately feel like I want to work out, right? I'm not jumping straight into the pulling movements, pushing movements while my body is still cold, right? And I've been doing this since I started lifting weights my whole life, and it simply works for me. It's a habit. I don't even count that as a part of the workout or as a part of the cardio. I just know when I come to the gym, I lean my backpack on the side and I simply do my 10 minutes of a walk to warm myself up, make a plan what we're gonna hit today, and start rock and roll, right? So, recommendation, if you struggle at the beginning of your workout to get in that zone, get warmed up, just do a 10 minutes of a walk before, and I think your workout is gonna feel way smoother, I'll say. All right, 5 more minutes on this and let's figure out what we're gonna do today. I wanted to say let's begin with this workout, but my legs are already pumped. I'm not gonna lie. Can you even see me? I put the camera wrong. As I said, I always film for an Instagram account my back workout, guys. So what I'm gonna do is if I do anything extra that is not in a YouTube video, I will put on the side while I'm talking. And I actually did 3 sets of pull-ups because literally as I was coming in the gym, someone commented, "You look way better before, like when I was skinnier, right, and shredded." I bet you could do in that time a lot of pull-ups, and I bet you can do a lot of pull-ups now because, you know, I'm heavier and I seem stiff and stuff like that. So gave me a motivation to do that first set, weirdly enough. I actually did 4 sets of 10. So I can definitely still do like 20 pull-ups for sure, even though I never do them. If you are that guy that commented that, there is your answer. But that was the first actually working exercise, right? We're not gonna count in a YouTube video, but I did that. You saw it right now on the screen. And today I decided just to start simply with today I'm in like a basic mood, you know what I mean? Like a gray mood. So with that said, I'm just gonna be basic today, I guess. So we did a pull-ups, and now I'm gonna start with a typical wide bar lat pull down, right? Don't do this one so often because, as I said, I prioritize single arm movements when it comes to the lats. But why not switch it up a little bit? This is a great exercise for the back, so, you know, why not? Just a second. Well, my phone is literally in my pocket and I can't push my legs through. All right, let's get it. Warm-up set, you'll never see me anymore pulling like an idiot and waving, you know, I'm always trying to control the weight. So on this one, they're gonna stay 4 working sets, guys, on this one. 4 sets of pull-ups, 4 sets of pull-downs. Now, I'm gonna actually start, well, this is not start anymore, and I already did 2 working sets with this one, but I wanna start with warming up my upper back. If I'm not filming today a back workout, it will only be when I say upper back, it's literally this part of the back, right? From where my thumb goes to where my other thumb goes, right? And that middle part of the back. That's the thing that I personally need to work on and improve. And one of the best exercises, or one of the exercises that I feel the most with my muscle connection is This one that I already showed you also multiple times. I figured this one on my own, adjusted this little bench. Neutral grip goes just above the bench. Hits perfectly that part, right? I'm actually gonna superset that with the other thing that is kind of in between traps, real delts, and that part of the back as well. Just to see how it works simultaneously. I think it's gonna be good if I double down. This is already a full stack, and you can actually push a lot of weight on this kind of exercise, at least me. So let's give it a, actually this is second working set. I will show you from one more angle because this right now is from the front, but this is what I do. I tuck my legs over here in this bench, right? Grip is perfect. I straighten my back and then squeeze. I love how this feels, guys. You gotta try this one out. All right, let's go straight to this superset. I'm just gonna move you guys around. All right, if my camera stops recording at some points and stuff like that, it's not my fault. I need to fix my camera. I need to update the software and I don't know how to do it. But that was amazing. We are already like, what, 16 sets in, 4 exercises, but it's not like that. In my head is 8 sets and 2 exercises because pull-ups, warm-up, right? I don't count that as an exercise of working sets or anything. Then pull downs, yes, working sets. And then this supersets, those 2, it's kind of like a 1 exercise in my head, right? Now I'm gonna switch it up a little bit again. If I'm not filming this, I will strictly go now probably on the machine of a upper back again. I'm gonna, from this point, 6 weeks out, start doubling down on my upper back just to get it as tight as possible, because I can personally see as a coach and as a competitor that I'm lacking that part. So I'm gonna try. There is no more time to build up muscle, but there is more time to kind of make it shinier, as we will say. No one will say that besides me. But let's go off to the heavier single arm dumbbell pull, one of my least favorite exercises. Anything where I need to bend over on my legs, where I like feel my legs, I hate it. So barbell rows or these ones, I hate it, but those are the staple ones and you gotta incorporate them. And I do them often, right? Because those are the ones that build your back and everything like that. Now, before I jump into this, guys, you gotta understand one thing. Back is a
pretty much second biggest muscle group. And if you're genetically not gifted with your back, most of the people don't care about their back. Whoever doesn't compete don't care about their back. I was that guy, right? And now I'm regretting my decisions, right? Because I will give everything right now as a competitor to have a great back. So if you genetically don't have it, it's definitely gonna be one of those muscle groups where you're gonna struggle way more than anything else. It's almost like a genetics with the legs, right? If you don't have a big legs, already you're potentially behind everyone else. Or if you actually pull through, when you actually build those legs, it's gonna take you way longer than someone that genetically has it. It's same with the back, and the only thing that I can recommend you guys, only way for me, how I developed my back, I might even put a picture on the screen right now, how my back looked like my first show and my last show, and now my back is gonna look probably 10 times better. I'm gonna probably show you another workout. I've been having 2 to 3 workouts, back workouts per week. Sometimes 3, sometimes 2, depending on the fatigue. And that's literally since I got the feedback from my back. Back is such a muscle group where you need to destroy it, right? Heavy movement, stretching, volume, everything works for the back. Just, just push it as hard as you can. Just wanted to tell you that. And if you come home after your back workout and you breathe normally, you're not tired, go back in the gym. That's all I'm gonna say. My back and my legs workouts, like after that, my day is done. Right after this workout, I'm gone. So, all right, let's run. Oh man, is this a good angle? I'm not even in the frame. I ain't moving that. It's this heavy. One thing that I started noticing, being 6 weeks out, is my strength is still okay, but my fatigue kicks in way faster. Strength at the beginning of the exercise is the same as a couple of months ago. However, strength after 5 to 6 reps is not good. But that's normal. We are getting tighter. We are getting depleted. So that's that. I don't know how else. Should I film you this one? I don't know, I have OCD, I guess. I just like to stick with my numbers. 4 working sets, even though I might do more exercise today because I'm filming this simultaneously, guys, for an Instagram account. So I'm actually doing a double work. That's why I'm already drenched. But as I said, on those kind of days, I kind of burn more calories. It's not like, it is a great workout. I always have a great workout when I film because firstly, I'm looking to get my form down perfectly. Well, at least for Instagram, maybe not for YouTube. And also I kind of do more sets because I'm adjusting the camera, right? So yeah, after this one, that will be technically third exercise. I'm definitely gonna, after this one, have at least 2 more exercises before I wrap it up. So let's see what we're gonna find out next. All right, guys, unfortunately, I did not bring a spare camera. Sorry, battery. And I'm filming this double, Instagram and this workout. So I gotta speed it up, but that kind of kicked my ass there, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I'm gonna pop on the screen something that I found out recently that works really well with this particular Fit Shark machine from, Arsenal Strength, my bad, Arsenal Strength. So, as you can see, that one I was doing with a narrow pull, right? And it really feels nice, way nicer, because this is a cable, right? So kind of the movement is smoother, way better than sitting one. However, now I'm trying to hit that upper middle part of the back, and I want to kind of mimic that I'm kind of pulling almost like with my real delts. So I squeeze that upper part of the back. Now I put the 2 plates. This might be really heavy. This is first time trying this particular exercise. So honestly,
let's just see how this one's gonna roll. So this is pretty much substitute for a barbell rows. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit. I love to switch my workouts always. And I'm doing with this pull, wide pull. So let's see how this is gonna go. Oh wow, this is, guys, this is exactly how I was trying to explain that. When there's a squeeze on the top, like, right, it's literally that part of the back. So honestly, very much approved, very much approved. I really like this one. Have Arsenal strength, give it a try, either the one that I post a clip, this one, narrow one, or this wide one. Both works amazing. This is gonna be probably last exercise. If I film something else for Instagram, I'm gonna pop it. I had idea to put the double, so I'll show you, I'll put it right now on the screen. Just a double arm, just to see how it looks like. I just did two sets of that, so I can't even count that. But hold on, let me see if I'm in the frame. This is my love and hate relationship one, guys. Rec pulls. The exercise that most definitely brought up my lower back the most. Now I only do two to three, but two most of the time, lower back exercises. And one of them is gonna be, besides the rec pulls on the screen right now, which is kind of combination of, again, mid back and lower back, because we are pulling at the same time. So it's two exercises in one, but absolutely love that one. And then rec pulls, right? I choose from one of those. Rarely I do both at the same day. Because as I said, I was doing that before my lower back took over, and now it's more developed than upper back, so I need to balance it out. However, I'm currently on a 4 plates. That is a working set. I will go to 5. Only reason why I'm showing with the 4 is because I'm not sure if I'm pretty tired right now in the end of the workout, but I do love to do a rec pulls in the end of the workout when all the strength is down, because if I can push then, it's a really good sign. So always do rec pulls as a last exercise. However, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do 2 working sets with the 5 plates. Probably won't, even if I can, because I'm getting closer to the show. There is no need. I can still make a really good contraction even with a 4. So I'm gonna, as I'm speaking, you probably are seeing on the screen with the 5 plates, same thing. I just filmed for the Instagram, because on Instagram, I guess it's gotta look a little bit better. But I'm gonna, again, explain this exercise, because I explained it so much. And it doesn't matter how much people explain, people are still doing this exercise wrong. Firstly, as always, rec pulls needs to be under the knee. If the rec pull is not under the knee, guys, it's not a rec pull. I don't know what the hell is. I don't know if you're hitting traps or whatever that is. It's not a rec pull anymore. So as you can see, this is my kneecap. So we have 2 fingers under the knee, right? Anything lower than that, it's already included legs. Anything higher than that, it's kind of taking less tension off your lower back. Now, that's the first mistake, right? So keep it always under. The second mistake will be this one, and then I will gonna jump in my working set. But second mistake will be this one, right? Heading it up, and then do this. Look at me now. What the hell is this? What is this? Bro. Stop bouncing rec pulls off. You're doing nothing. And I see so many IFBB pros doing that. I literally cannot believe that you guys, why are you doing it slow and then you bounce it off? You're literally taking attention off of the most important part. Lower back, when it's actually under the tension the most. But hey, actually, that's good for me, because I'm only gonna be ahead of the competition pretty soon, right? So this is how it's supposed to do. And this is how it's gonna be way more difficult. That's why I see all the time even kids doing rack pulls with the 5 plates, because it's not a rack pull. It's above the knee and you're bouncing it off, right? Try to put real weight, and then this is how I will do it. Right. Up, squeeze on the top, hold a little bit, slowly down. Slowly down. Now when it stopped bouncing, then again you pull back. That's a rack pull, even though it maybe wasn't perfect as I was trying to explain, but that's a rack pull. What I'm gonna do is finish my 4 breaking sets here. I think I popped up that 5 play one, finish my filming for Instagram and shit, and it's getting dark outside, so I'm gonna try to quickly show you how the back currently looks like, since back is my weakest body part. I guess this is the best situation to show you, I guess, physique update right now. I literally have 8% on my battery, so let me see where we at. I'm also gonna show you the, back. Even though, as you can see, for being today exactly 6 weeks out, 6 weeks to go. Also, by the way, it's 7:30 p.m. I never train this late, so it's kind of chilly right now. It's kind of cold a little bit. Hope we got some density. That's pretty much it. I might even show you this is a wrap for a video, but I might drive home and just wrap it up with a post-workout meal, I guess. Yeah. Ideally, I would love to light the fire in this, but I believe that Kelsey definitely spent that. Now, what's a better way to end up the night? It's currently 8 p.m. I have my bowl of rice. I'm not gonna eat all of that. I do have a 300 grams and 170 grams of omega fit beef, and I have a lettuce. I'm gonna need to heat it up. But what better way than wind down, relax, especially after a good workout, come home hungry, get a dose of melatonin and dopamine at the same time. And enjoy. I actually do, guys, have one more meal after this, so I gotta be fast. But I wanted to ask you, I would really like to film more videos like this. Unfortunately, those videos don't get a lot of views for me, but I love to film when I'm alone. I like to kind of film with you guys. Like literally, I feel like I'm talking to you only. There is no one around me. Kelsey's not at home. I might even, as I said, I'm going to Miami. Either after Miami, I'm coming back for a full week and I'm home alone for a full week. Or I'm going to Florida where I'm gonna be 3 weeks, right? If I come back home and I'm home alone, I have a full week of just recording, and I would love to film as many as possible videos because it keeps me occupied, and I can edit my own videos and stuff like that. I just don't have so many ideas. Like this kind of video that I just did today, I genuinely enjoy to film, to show you workout, to give you some tips, whatever that is, right? For you guys to be with me in the workout, right? Kind of cool, and just show you that part and talk to you just normally, right? I can see why, I'm not trying to be Sam Sulek, by the way, but I can see why he loves that, because it's so simple and it's like so organic, right? I would love to film more with you guys, like simply me alone without no one around me and just being relaxed and, talking to you guys. So give me some ideas if you like this kind of videos. Whoever watched this video, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna have a lot of views
compared to maybe other videos. But whoever watched this video, what else would you like to watch in this kind of terms? Like, should I do maybe one other Q&A, because I'm like 6 weeks out, so maybe another Q&A, you know, or maybe Q&A with the Kelsey. You rarely see Kelsey in the videos, maybe something with the Kelsey. Let me know about that. It's a little bit difficult, obviously, right now when I'm closer to the show, but you know, I just want to comments, feedback. Feedback is everything that I always want from anyone, right? For me to see where I can get better. Simple as that. And I typically only get like compliments from you guys, which I truly appreciate, but like some critique or criticism or constructive criticism or a feedback will be highly appreciated, you know. But just to give you that, I'm gonna eat that, just to give you a feedback, 6 weeks out, guys, I'm still not feeling prep almost at all. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was just talking to Kelsey the other day. Definitely started feeling real in my head. I'm watching more and more shows. Tomorrow is another Vancouver Pro, which I'm gonna watch live. And I'm definitely getting more confident for some reason. Well, for a reason of that being is because I know my qualities and I can see the competition. I can see myself where I will be placed and stuff like that. So I'm definitely getting excited. You know, only thing that you want to do when you're in a prep is just to be the best version that you can be. And that's what's stressful. My dogs are running around. Never in my life, guys, I focused on anyone else who's going to be in the show. I am a pro now. Even if, I don't know, Ryan Terry's there, I genuinely do not care, right? And I'm not trying to be like cliche or anything like that. I never care who's going to show up. Only thing that I care is to be the best version of myself. And when I got a pro card, that was the best version of myself. Now in my head is like, am I gonna be able to beat that? Plus, I packed on some size, right? Am I gonna beat the peak like that, conditioning like that, the way we pumped up? If I do, and I put some extra muscle, and if we nail everything that, I'm extremely confident person. If you tell me on that day, brother, you nailed it, I'm going on the stage, in my head, I'm winning, right? So that's the only part that comes stressful. It's constantly just thinking, and am I gonna be on time? And especially when it's like me, when you eat so much food, you're feeling like kind of that you're not on prep sometimes. So it gets kind of like, you know, kind of tough in some sort of way. But I do believe that we didn't even start any kind of push. We didn't dig down. We didn't drop the food. My food is still really high. If you watch the previous video, I'm gonna try to pop it somewhere. I don't think we're gonna even need to, but I would love to, because, you know, obviously, I do want to come peel because that's my signature pretty much. That's my strongest part, but we're always risking my conditioning in order for me to be fuller and bigger on the stage. So I never even show my real conditioning. The way I can be conditioned is probably like top 1% people in the world. And I never even show that. So I'm excited to actually put some size and actually, you know, be able to push my conditioning one day. But so far, I don't feel it. I will keep you updated if food all of a sudden goes down. We will definitely next 6 weeks have a phase somewhere where the food is gonna get low really fast, and, you know, quite a bit, just to deplete me fully. And that's gonna be a touch where I'm gonna transition to being close to the show and to being literally ready on the show, probably like 3 weeks out. And that's always the goal, at least 2 weeks out. Last time we were way too early. I will say last couple of shows I was 5 weeks out already ready. Now Alex is trying to take that a little bit slowly, so I'm a little bit more nervous because I got used to being in this stage kind of already almost ready, right? Next week, typically I will be like show ready. But I think we are more aiming this time being ready just around the peak week, so we can just eat whole peak week. That's the kind of plan. So we will see how that's gonna work. I will keep you posted. If you like this kind of videos, I will keep doing this kind of videos. That is gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit different one, not just full day of eating or something else. Hopefully a lot of collabs on the way. You know, when I come closer to the show, that I always hire someone to help me with recording, so it's definitely gonna be more quality videos. But for now, just sharing the moments and journey with you guys. Hope you guys like that, appreciate that, and I love you and appreciate you. And I'll see you very soon, as always, on the next one. Gotta go eat my meal. Peace out.